morning, my awesome friends and followers of Suffolk's #1 YouTube channel. Coming in your ears, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. But, cancel. I'm going to put this on my other channel, Trev's Podcast. I've just decided I'm going to do it there. Right, so here's a little story. This is a true story, by the way, and there's many people can tell you this. There's a few. Right, so, as you know, the Royal Irish, there was an issue with the Royal Irish back in the early 2000s, let's just say. And a group of them got captured in the jungle in Sierra Leone, and they had to spend their time there for a certain length of time. And it was a special forces operation to rescue them. The operation was called Operation Barras. Some of the guys, all the guys that got captured were members of C Company. Some attachments in there, but yeah, C Company 1 Irish. So now fast forward to 2002, and I'm on Junior Brecon with another guy. We'll just call him D. If you know who I'm talking about, don't highlight his name in the chat. I think he might still be serving with United Kingdom Special Forces. So anyway, so me and my friend are on Junior Brecon. Now, if you remember Junior Brecon, for those of you that did it, it's quite an arduous course. It really is. It tests you. It tests you mentally. It tests you physically. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had great people around me. But every Friday when you come in from being out on the area, the training area, you go outside the army and you have to scrub your weapon. It's natural. You scrub your weapon. There was one weekend, one Friday in particular, my buddy, who was Royal Irish, said to me, right, mate, do you want anything from the shop? I'm going to nip down, I'm starving, I want to get something. And I said, yes, I did. And these things happened. Lots of people did it, if I'm honest. Anyway, so I believe my friend went and he had a strong padlock, went and locked his weapon in his locker and went down to town to get food. And when he came back in, believe it or not, there had been like a bit of a roll call. The weapons were all put in the armory and you got your little tag. They soon discovered that there was one weapon missing and they started asking where it was. And I said, listen, he went to the toilet. He's got a bit of a dicky tummy. He should be back in a minute. Okay, no dramas. Anyway, that was what happened. So, the DSM. If anyone knows who this is, comment. Jimmy Chiswell, DSM Parachute Regiment. Screams and shouts, and he says to my friend, that's it. You're going to be guard commander every weekend until the end of course. Now that pissed me off because my friend was my lift back to camp. My friend was my lift out of Brecon at the weekend to let your hair down. It can be very stressful. I need to get away. So D had already decided, yeah, well, it is what it is, mate. We'll have to take punishment. And he had done it. But I was pissed off. So we were upstairs. It was there used to be a bit of a bar upstairs in Brecon, quite close to the Sarah Siddons. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I was up there and I seen Jimmy Chiswell at the bar with Todd Wilcox and a couple of paratroopers. And I was standing with my mate over just having a beer. And I looked at it and I was like, fuck's sake. I went to the bar to order a drink. And as I was ordering a drink for me and my buddy, Jimmy Chiswell says to me, all right, mate, how you getting on the course? And I never met him before. I just went, yeah, not too bad, sir, you know. He says, are you all right? I'm surprised to see you on the course so soon after all the trouble in Sierra Leone. And I was like, I clicked straight away. He thought I was Ian Getty. He'd just seen the Royal Irish accent, the ginger hair, and he assumed that I was Ian Getty. And Ian, if you're watching, I really do apologise, but I used your capture to my advantage. I went, yeah, well, you know, it's not very often I get home to see my parents. I get home to spend time with family and friends, you know, and yeah, I'm really enjoying the course. Just a little bit disappointed at the minute. And he was like, what? What do you mean? Why are you disappointed? Tell me, is there anything I can do? I says, well, sir, you know, my buddy here, he's not allowed to go home at weekends now. You've put him on duties at the weekend, so now, because he can't go home, that's my lift, I can't go. And I remember Jimmy Chiswell looking over at my buddy and going, and looking back at me and going, all right, tell him he's off it. Tell him that's it, but don't fuck up again. And yeah, enjoy your weekend. Anything I can do to help you, let it go. And I walked away. I walked over to my mate. He went, what was that about? I says, he thinks I'm Ian Getty. You're off duty at the weekends. Let's just fucking drink up and go. So I used Ian's capture to get my long weekends and bragging. And I really do apologise, Ian. I know I'm going to see you in a couple of days' time. I've made you this as a little gift. Yeah. I'm going to give it to you when I see you. Yeah, and I wish you all the best, Ian. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. How you can manipulate something to suit your own benefits. It can happen. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day.